By the end of this presentation, you will be able to understand the following concepts. 1. God created the world essentially good. 2. Scriptures use figurative and symbolic language to convey religious truths. 3. Original sin entered the world because of Adam and Eve's rejection to God due to their desire to live in a self-centered life. 4. We need the grace of redemption to be healed of original sin. God created the world in 7 days. Day 1.
It's dark in here. Where's the light switch? Light, please, now.
Yeah, look at that.
Wow. That's what I'm talking about. And it was good.
Day 2.
Well, I'm kind of thirsty. Let's make all this water. Nice. Yeah, this is a lot of water. I want some butter stuff like this lands. It's nice. Yeah, it lands.
And it was good.
Day 3.
Plants up in here.
Whoa! What are the? And it was good.
Day 4. God created the sun, the moon, and the stars. Day 5.
Fish and sea. Birds in the sky.
And it was good.
Day 6.
Roam the earth.
That's one weird looking bird.
Now, for my best creation. Man!
Woman was created as a suitable companion for man, made from his rib. God rested on the 7th day. The fall from grace.
Oh, the tree of knowledge. Don't eat from this, or else you'll die.
See this apple? It's from the forbidden tree of knowledge. If you eat this apple, you will become a god. Apple.
The serpent told me that if we eat this fruit, we will become like gods.
What are you doing? Get out, be gone!
Now let's take a closer look at Genesis. God created the world essentially good. This can be seen because after each of God's creations, God states that his creation was good. When God creates man, he states that it is very good. The word very is significant here because God emphasizes how good man is because we are made in his image and likeness and he breathed life into us. Everything God created is good. He gave man free will so that we could freely choose him. Therefore, man is the father of evil because we chose to use that free will against God. Here are 5 important figurative language examples from Genesis. God makes us from dust. This symbolizes beginning and end, from dust to dust. God warns us that if we eat from the tree of knowledge, we are doomed to die. This symbolizes spiritual death, not actual physical death for Adam and Eve. The tree of knowledge. This tree represents humans' conscience and free will. God gives us the option to choose between good and bad, and persuades man to avoid the tree because he cares about us and wants to be in a close relationship with us. The rib. God makes woman from man's rib because it symbolizes equality, because the rib is not above nor below the man, and it is always close to his heart. 7 days. God created the world in 7 days. The author wrote this way for organizational purposes, in order to show how each day God's creation grew more complex and closer to him. Whether God created the world in 7, 700, or even 7,000 days, the world was created just as God wanted it to be. Original sin entered the world when Adam and Eve chose to reject a God-centered life in favor of a self-centered life. Adam and Eve committed the sin of pride because they believed that they didn't need God if they could be gods themselves. Adam and Eve died spiritually when they disobeyed God, and they felt ashamed and felt a serious amount of guilt. They were banished from the Garden of Eden, and the following consequences play a vital role for the future. Man had to work for a living. Original holiness and justice was gone. Woman would experience painful childbirth. The serpent was cursed to crawl on his belly for the rest of his days. The quote, "And I will put enmity between you and the woman, and between your offspring and hers. He will crush your head, and you will strike at his heel." This symbolizes Jesus being the new Adam, Mary being the new Eve, and the serpent being Satan. Jesus will win the battle over evil by dying on the cross and saving us from sin. This is why this is referred to as the first gospel. God promises a Savior to redeem the world from evil, which foreshadows the coming of Jesus. Jesus is the grace of redemption because he saved us all from sin by dying on the cross. This shows the unconditional love of God because he is willing to give up his only son for the ones who betrayed him. This is the ultimate act of love. By doing this, the battle of evil was won because Jesus defeated Satan just like God had promised in Genesis. Through the grace of redemption and baptism, we are now given a second chance to be in a close relationship with God. Look at this woman.
Sexist!
And it was good.
Oh, that was
was
awful.
terrible.
That was terrible.
What? Sorry.